And let's go! Ah, should have taken it a bit better. Oh, never mind. There goes the red shell, and for this turn we gently steer. Ah, seriously? And for some reason the game keeps track of how many times this happens. Look, there it is in the play stats menu. And this game is no exception. Video games love to keep up with all sorts of numbers and statistics. Some even have the audacity to rub this in your face every time you start playing, like when they put the amount of times you gamed over on top of your save file. Really? There are also games that go above and beyond in what exactly they track. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have the so-called Hero's Path mode, which keeps track of all the steps you've taken throughout your adventure, as well as where you died. Whoops. And for the number lovers, take a look at the statistics page in Minecraft. This tells you, for example, how many times you've opened a chest, how much distance has been traveled in different ways, or how many plants you've potted. As you can see, very important data. Though for some games, showing the stats of only one player isn't enough. They even include worldwide stats. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you can talk to the wise Rattle D, and he'll tell you that in total over 100 billion star coins have been collected. Or look at the global Steam stats in Celeste. It kept count of over 8 billion failed attempts. Of course, there is certain information that a game needs to keep track of, such as where you are in the story or what levels have been beaten. Otherwise, we'd have to go back to the days of entering passwords to progress. Then there are the obvious things to track. The amount of lives left, health remaining, coins collected or resources gathered. And if you're trying to 100% finish a game, it's handy to see which checkboxes have been checked or what achievements have been completed. An instance where I feel numbers are especially useful is when you want to compare your skills to others or your past self. Take the Humble High Score, a classic of the gaming world. And it's easy to see why. Improving on your high score usually means you're getting better. Of course, sometimes you're actually aiming for a lower number instead of a higher one, such as when you're going for the fastest time in a racing game. Expanding on the idea of high scores gives you the leaderboard, a big list sorting the results from best to worst. Going even further, the leaderboard can be turned into a histogram, which gives an idea on how the results are distributed. These histograms aren't uncommon in games where the goal is to optimize or automate a certain process. Sometimes there are even multiple histograms, showing off different metrics. Anyways, something else that comes to mind is time tracking. You know, how much time you've spent thus far in a particular game, either tracked by the games themselves or by the console or Steam. So they can, sort your games by playtime? Oh, or they can give you an overview at the end of the year of what you've been playing. Often there's a dedicated place for checking out where you've spent your precious hours, such as the 3DS's activity log. The 3DS can even be used as a step counter, which, let's face it, counting steps is just a real-life equivalent of achievement hunting. Such a weird feature. It's clear that video games track all sorts of numbers, but when it comes down to it, if the games wouldn't, the players themselves would. Just look at the speedrunning scene or video game challenges. So on your next adventure, take a look of what numbers your game keeps track. But I wouldn't worry too much over it. In the end, it's all just oh, come on, seriously? Again? Anyways, just have fun. Goodbye.